Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to paint a pumpkin in watercolor. I'm using the Fabriano Artistico cold press block in 5x7 size and my Princeton snap brushes in round size 6 and a round size 2 and my Winsor & Newton professional watercolor paints. First I'm going to draw a line here on the page to position my pumpkin. Next, I'm going to start with an oval shape right here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take from the top of the pumpkin and just curve a C curve around down to the bottom. And then I'm going to do that again on the other side. Then I'm going to do one more on each side. Next, I'm going to make a couple more curves just coming out and meeting those ones there on the side to just kind of indicate the back part of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on the stem here. I'm just going to make a curved line going up on the right hand side and then another one on the left hand side curving towards the right hand side. And when it meets at the top, then I'm going to just make like a little vine shape coming off of the end of the stem. Now I'm going to take my kneaded eraser and just lighten up the sketch. Now I'm going to take a little bit of orange. I'm using cadmium-free orange. Just going to mix a little water with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to fill in the pumpkin. First I'm doing that middle oval, and I'm leaving the center of it a little bit lighter and doing the sides a little bit darker. Now I'm just going to work on darkening up the bottom and the sides just a little bit more and leave the center just a little bit lighter. Now I'm just going to use my paintbrush to kind of go over where those pencil lines are for the next sections of the pumpkin. Just kind of do it the same way, like as if you were drawing it with the pencil. I'm just going to take a little bit of paint and my wet brush here and just try and spread a little bit of that outline I did there back into that section of the pumpkin while leaving a little bit of white space between the two sections so that it kind of um, defines those two sections. And I'm going to keep doing that all around the pumpkin. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt umber and just kind of put down here a little bit on the bottom of the pumpkin just to darken it a little bit. Now I'm just adding a little bit more orange down here at the bottom to just kind of darken that again and just kind of blending everything a bit up, but I want to keep the bottom darker and the top lighter. And now I've mixed a little bit of the cadmium-free orange and the burnt sienna, and I'm just kind of putting a little bit of that on the outside edges and a little bit down on the bottom, and just kind of making those creases in between the sections of pumpkin darken up a little bit, and then draw a little bit of lines here and there, give a little texture to the pumpkin. Now I'm going to go ahead and use some of the burnt umber and my size 2 brush here to just work on the stem. I'm going to make the right side of the stem be a little bit darker and the left side is going to be a little bit lighter. I'm just working here on darkening the base of the stem a little bit. Now I'm adding a little bit of burnt umber just again to the bottom and a little bit into those creases just to kind of make them have a little bit more definition. Now I'm going to put a little shadow here under the pumpkin. I'm using a little bit of ivory black. I'm just going to add a little bit more orange. Watercolor is always about glazes and layers, and it really does help to keep building those up. So once the pumpkin's dry, you can put on a little more paint just to increase the depth and also to make definition where the bottom will be darker and the top will be lighter. I decided to add a little bit of warmth to that shadow under the pumpkin, so I'm adding a little bit of burnt umber on top of the black. Here's the finished piece. I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching.